What are your thoughts? How would you summarize the whole experience?
Well, it was a difficult one, especially at the side of Africa. You realize that it wasn't fair at African side, and it's like we don't have enough officiating officials as well. In terms of Ghana, we don't have at all. Even one of our boxer who should qualify, like Theophilus Alote, was at the edge of qualification. And you'll be surprised that even it was African coach who took the fight from him. Because out of the five, African judge who took the fight from him, out of 5 judges, 3 of the judges are neutral. And one belongs to Asia and the other belongs to Africa, which is Algerian ref. And surprisingly, the 3 judges, 2 make it draw and 1 gave it to Ghana. And then the African, rather Algeria, gave it out.
Yeah. Coach, I understand. And I know even at international bouts, these things can happen and you have verdicts that everybody thinks does not represent or reflect the true proceedings. What next? What's the bigger picture? Ghana may not take a boxer to Paris. What can we do to make sure that the next African Games, Commonwealth Games, other championships, Los Angeles 2028, Ghana will be represented?
Yeah, I think it is a building of capacity in terms of getting all the working on officiating officials as well. We shouldn't only concentrate only on the boxers. We should also make sure that I've been talking about this thing several occasions, that we need to have our men also to be part of the judging, because it is like that is where always we fell short. I know very well my capacity. I know what I can do when it comes to coaching, and I have a lot of results which I can testify with that. But this situation that we are in, if we don't find that kind of building that kind of capacity, then it will be continual. We will go and we'll come back home nothing. We should know that it is not only boxers. It is together with the officiating officials. We should build a capacity to cover all departments, so that when we go there, we'll be able to make a mark. Our boxers did very, very well, but some of them even are not up to the level. I can tell you, we have boxers who have 4 international fights, who are fighting at this level, 4 international fights. And even the highest, the one who has the highest international fight is Theophilus and Jaguar, and they are 13. So you see that we are far back, and you are fighting boxers with 200 fights, 100 fights, and you have international record fight of 4-5. But even that, you can see it from them. You see the performance, the effort they are making, and winning some fight. This is also, we won 6 fights. We won 6 fights. We've never won 6 fights at a world level before. This is also even only that the qualification was a thing. But well, who knows? We may be able to have a slot still to qualify. Who knows? Because there is a universal slot also there waiting. And I think with our performance, we can't be left out. I believe that.
Yeah, Coach. What about infrastructure? What about support? What about technology? What about the structures that other countries have in place that Ghana does not have, but you're competing against world-class athletes from Europe, from America, from Asia? How about implementing and putting these structures in place to aid Ghana's boxing development?
Yeah, infrastructure, like you said, is very, very necessary. Hosting, like we did at the African Games, we were able to get some of the disciplines had certain things to support them in terms of infrastructure that we are talking about. But it's still not enough, especially when it comes to amateur level. We don't have a place to host fight. And apart from that, even proper gyms, in terms of gyms that have proper equipment, that people can, if you want to build your boxers' power, you have to go and look somewhere else and rent before you can build their power. If you want to build their endurance, even you don't know where to go. Sometimes you have to be running around the stadium where there are some mountainous areas where they can build proper infrastructure there that we can use it to build all the qualities that we are looking at.
If I were to ask you for your wish list, if you had 3 wishes as a national boxing coach of Ghana, to the minister, to the president, whoever, who's in charge, is saying that, coach, I'm going to give you what you need. What are the 3 most important things that Ghana boxing needs now to close the gap?
Yeah, apart from building the capacity that I've been complaining about, in terms of getting all the officialdom on board, that is my first wish. And then secondly, I think we need infrastructure in terms of training gym, where you can decide to build the boxers endurance, you can decide to build the boxers power, you can decide to build the boxers speed or reaction. All these things, we always use our own creativity to build that kind of improvise. We always improvise to prepare them, but there are easy ways in terms of training equipments that can also help. Formerly, if you could remember far back, when you go to the stadium, there is a training gym. When you are going where the satellite is, there's a training gym that all the disciplines normally go there to work on their power. We don't have those kind of things anymore. And when you go to arena, it is a public thing there. You can't even when you won't have ample time to be able to work on your athlete. And that one too, even the federation has to go and beg and doing so many things before those things can work. So we need something like that. We need something like that.
And then what about motivation? Are the boxers well motivated?
Motivation, I don't want to talk about that, but motivation is very, very, very important. Even going to the Olympic qualification, they need even to be promised, qualify and get this, because that is some kind of motivation. But well, that one I cannot blame anybody on that. But I think the bosses are using their self-motivation in terms of I want to go to the Olympics, so let me kill myself. But there are other motivations that can push them far better.